What's up YouTube, Vxrtical J back with another video. As you guys can see, we're right where we left off from last episode of our franchise. We're going to be going over the off season this week, or this episode, and just draft free agency. But first off, let's see who wins the Super Bowl. Bucks versus Bills. Ooh, and the Bucks dominate. Alright, let's view these 2020 retirements. LaShawn McCoy retires after 12 years. Greg Olsen retires. Drew Brees retires. Deshaun Jackson, Julian Edelman, Calais Campbell. A good amount of people. Oh, the legend Frank Gore retires. Alright. AP retires. Ryan Fitzmagic. Oh, and also Larry Fitz. There's a lot of big names retiring. But let's see. I kind of was thinking about this, so I think we get back to Juan Smoot, but on a very, very low, team-friendly deal. Like, if he declines this, then he's not gonna play. Alright, well, he's not gonna be on our team. D.D. Westbrook. This is gonna be a very small contract for him. Just seeing what he wanted, and we get D.D. Westbrook back. So, not saying we aren't going to draft a receiver, but I mean we just don't have much room. But we will probably draft a receiver. How much is this franchise tag? 8? No. We're gonna definitely let Robert Griffin walk. He was a fun player to have on our team, but all these guys we're just gonna let walk. We're going to have to fill this roster a little, but first week of free agency. Probably one of the biggest parts of this year. We have a lot of money to work with, so. Marcus Williams looks very appealing. Just looking at Jonnu Smith. We could just, I'm looking to draft Tyrone Samuels. And there's some stuff I noticed about Tyrone Samuels that I'll talk about after. Caleb on Chason, I believe he's going to develop. But defensive tackle, I feel like if we could give Sheldon Richardson a deal that has a cap hit of about, I'm fine giving up $9 million to get Sheldon Rankins. And that's about my max contract I'd give him. 2-year deal. 103 points. That puts us ahead of the 49ers. It'd be great to see the Niners get him, but I mean. And I'm just gonna start looking. I kind of want like a backup running back, like someone that's great at the backfield, and let's see if we could find someone like that. Cordell Patterson. Already 30 though. I want someone with a little more upside. Let's see. Darius Geis, nah. I think we could also look at that in the draft, but I want to address this O-line. We just re-signed Cam Robinson. It wouldn't be good just to. I honestly think the O-line, everywhere we have a player, we have a solid player at. So maybe we just pick up like a backup who could just, get in. We're giving this guy like a mini contract, 1 year. He won't be on the team for long. If he accepts that, he's a real one. Now I want to take a look at this defense. We could get a good sub in for this guy, or for Josh Allen whenever he's. I think I honestly want to go and try to get Dorrance Armstrong. He was great at Kansas, and I just want to see. He'll definitely accept that. A good backup to have on the team, but I would like to get another one, D-tackle as well, and we could try. Why don't we try to revive the career of Solomon Thomas? He's not had a best year or start to his career, but who knows? He could turn it around, and why don't we give him a chance there? I feel like I would like, let's look at these guys' stats. Raekwon McMillan, he's a run stopping. When we have, he's an 86 speed. I would like to attack this guy for free agency if we could get him on a discount deal. Because I want to make a big splash with one of these big players. I would like to move on from Joe Schobert, but I don't see anybody that is that promising. And I say we give Gerard Davis, like, we're looking at a lot of young players here that are going to be able to come in and hopefully, like, kind of turn their career around. Miles Jack just got an X Factor as well, so he's big chillin', he's big vibing. We could definitely use one of these. I'm just looking. Monty Nicholson, nice. I also, there's a lot of good safeties in the draft, so that's another thing we could wait on. But I would like to just pick up someone right here, like a good stopgap. But Marcus Williams might get our big contract. We might give him a fatty. You know why? Signing, we're gonna give Marcus Williams a 5-year deal, and we're in first place by like a point. But let's see quarterback. Sorry guys sorry, my mic just had a quick little thing that happened to it, but we're back. There's a lot of interesting quarterbacks here. I'd love to get rid of Gardner Minshew, but I say nobody's giving Jameis Winston. We're not giving him a $42 million contract. Heck no. I say we could give Dwayne Haskins a very little contract. Dude, we need a quarterback. That's the thing. Can we give Dwayne Haskins a cheap deal that's literally less than $1 million of his real salary? He'll definitely accept that. I feel like we're done with our free agency. I feel like we got a lot of needs there. Let's just see who we will get. Accepted by Gerard Davis, rejected by Solomon Thomas. Oh, and we get Sheldon Rankins. We get all of these people, but there's still one to wait. Let's get it for scouting. This is something I noticed, that Tyrone Samuels, he has, when the combine grades are, okay. Zach Isaac looks like he's a lethal quarterback with that combine grade too, but Mike McIntyre is probably the best player in this draft class. And Henry Barton, he looks great for being a physical wide receiver running a 4.5. I really want to. So Tyrone Samuels dropped in the draft, and he's, oh my, and he had a great combine. He looks like he's definitely gonna rise a little, and he's the biggest part of my draft board. And let's just take a look at my draft board here. This is kind of like, and I just took off Luke Tolbert. Luke Tolbert is a very good player. Should not have done that. But I'm excited for this year, bro. We are going to have a lot of big splashes in free agency, and it's going to be exciting. Joshua Alexander. We're going to move him up our board like a lot. Joshua Alexander, I would love to pick him up with our other first, but I really want to pick up Tyrone Samuels. He looks like a great player, and I feel like we really can't miss out on this guy. Even though he dropped, like, he looks amazing. Also, Casey Mayo won Heisman, and he had a very good combine as well. He's the Heisman winner. And we're gonna just, that's kind of what I picked up from this. Let's focus, sorry guys for exiting out. I say we focus on like very late rounds and see if we can find some hidden talents in the later rounds that are, you know, able to be a solid player for this team. I don't know why I went upside down, but how much undrafted players are there? Sheesh. Sorry guys about this. We have to go up a lot to get to the undrafted or like the 7th round section. So I'm just gonna wait here. Sorry guys about this. Sorry if my mic seems a little low. Right, there it is. Raymond Rayleigh. Honestly, looks like a steal of a pick. What? What? He has an 8. Alright. I'm just gonna Victor Ballard. See, I want a running back, and that's why I don't feel like we needed to sign a running back out of free agency because there's just so much good ones. That's gonna be it for our free agency day, or our scouting today. And I say we take a look at Marcus Williams again. And we've gotten overpassed a lot. We need to up this deal in order for Marcus Williams to want to come back. If he's going to want a fat contract, he's the best, I think, the best with the most young talent on this place. And the Jaguars take the lead on Marcus Williams again. This feels like the stock market out here, just bidding for Marcus Williams. We get all these players. We get Dan Feeney on a very small contract. Dwayne Haskins. We get our big money free agent and Marcus Williams. This team's already making tremendous improvements from last year. I always try to have a pick for at least every round, and at least like 5 of them. And the second round looks very good with their DBs. I noticed, like. And Isles Handgrove looks good. And sorry guys, but I want to go over like my main prospects and like what I would think they could compare to in the NFL. Sorry guys if you hear someone yelling in the background. It's just something's happening. I don't know. But let's look at my draft board. My main target is Tyrone Samuels. Like, looks so good, and I feel like he'll be able to turn and we've needed a tight end. I said that the first episode of this series. Like, I feel like we need a tight end, and he looks like he could be the guy. And I kind of would like to. His ceiling is like a Darren Waller. As Siri goes on, because I said ceiling. Sorry, God, I'm gonna go. And we have, like, I feel like he's like a George Kittle did Darren Waller, because he's a good blocker too. But we're gonna see. Then Casey Mayo, he's probably not gonna be around when we're up on the board. He's the best player, one of the best players in this class. Joshua Alexander, he is so promising, and I would love to put him, and he can move down to linebacker. He's a very versatile player at 6'4" as well. Then Tyree Stamper, I don't feel like we're going to attack elite, like halfback at this early of a pick, but if he's there, we'll get him at like the 2nd round. Craig Coleman, another guy that I'm very intrigued with. Ran the fastest 40 in the draft. And for D tackles, obviously, and he looks very good. But I feel like he's obviously not going to be able to drop to us too. But we have a lot of people in this draft, so we have even like Chris Eason. We could reach for this guy. I feel like he's going to be great. He was very disappointing in his combine, but his stats tell a lot, and I scouted some very good corners, and Victor Ballard, he looks like he's going to be one of our best picks we could have. That's why I feel like we don't have to go for Tyree Stamper off rip, because we have someone like Victor Ballard in the later rounds. And I think we got one more week of scouting, and we're going to be going on to the draft. I want to scout a fullback. Such a random thing. Just let's scout a fullback. Mike Anthony. Who's the fastest fullback here? Oh. Tony. Yo. Tony's fast. Sorry guys, I'm just messing around, bugging. But scout these later, guys. JC Fox looks good. How does, that's what I don't get. Tim Frazier doesn't meet his talent level, but he has great stats. Like, that's the stuff, alright, come on, EA. And we have these draft coming up. We're gonna take a look at this draft, and we're gonna take it very slow. But I'm very curious on who goes number 1. But let's look at this free agency recap. There's still a lot of good players available. Well, let's just look. League signings. Trent Williams makes his way over to the Miami. Marlon Mack goes to the Niners. Great sign by them. The Raiders get Mike Hilton in a deal. Rob Gronkowski goes to the Carolina Panthers to probably finish off his career. Hassan Reddick to the Bengals. Bud Dupree to the... You guys could see all these. They're very good signings by every team. I wanted Johnny Smith, but I'm very invested in Tyron Samuels. I'm ready for that guy. Earl Thomas goes to the Jets. They've gotten some players. They got Desmond Trufant. They got Samson and Backham. But yeah, as you guys can see, those are some of the league signings around the league. So let's get underway in these drafts. And the Cincinnati Bengals will be picking first. And they are first on the clock. And who will they draft? They draft Mike McIntyre. They have their QB of the future, so it's not a bad idea to invest in. Might be the best player in the draft in Mike McIntyre. Now I could see the Minnesota Vikings going and picking up Zach Isaac after he did good in his pro day and combine. Let's see what they pick up. And they get Tracy Stuckey. I never even saw that guy on my board. I don't know. And will the Broncos capitalize and get Zach Isaac? And Zach Isaac is a 78 and he goes to the Broncos. He's going to be starting off his career in Denver. He looks like a great player, 78 overall out of Louisville. And the Raiders are on the clock at 4. Who will they draft? And they get Lindsey Peters, a great pick by them. And now round 1 the Arizona Cardinals try to get someone on their defensive line to help out against that run, and they get Manny McMillan. He looks like a great prospect. And Henry Barton goes to the Miami Dolphins, and that's a great pick to help out Tua in Miami. In the Falcons, Craig Coleman gets picked at number 7, and he is going to be a force in that division. And Antoine Jordan goes right after, and the Jaguars are on the clock. This is what I mean. Casey Mayo is still on the board. Maybe the best player in this draft. Casey Mayo is on the board. Let's look at our board. We have some players here. I feel like we gotta go Casey Mayo. Or do we go Bryce Langley? This is tough. Who's our middle? Let's look at our needs a little. I feel like Casey Mayo is a hard player to pass up on. And we we have, let's see what they are. We don't have a middle linebacker of the future yet, and we kind of bulked up the D-line a little more. Alright, why is Josh Allen playing on the inside? Oh, we switched our 4 to a 3-4. Alright, we'll definitely address that after this. And yeah, we have to put this guy, Casey. We're going to be running a 4-3, and I feel like Casey Mayo would be such a good inside linebacker to pair with Myles Jack, and we could build one of the most elite linebacking cores in the league. 21, 6'4", 236 out of Auburn. I think the Jaguars are going to go with Casey Mayo, and he's a hidden development. 76 overall. I like this pick. He's 9th in true talent, and we got him at number 9. 90 speed off the rip, 81 hit power. This guy's going to be a force to be reckoned with first day out on the field, and that's just a great pick by the Jacksonville Jaguars. And just that, the Jacksonville Jaguars are not done in this draft. They have a second pick, and they're going to, who knows who they're going to draft. If they don't have anybody appealing, they are going to go with Tyrone Samuels, who they think is one of the best players in the draft. They got a good draft board going. They could get Bryce Langley, though. This is crazy. When do they pick next? I think the Jaguars might go with the vertical threat out of Auburn. Are they just going Auburn? Auburn must have won the national championship with all these players they got. Will they go and pair Casey Mayo with Tyrone Samuels? And the Jaguars pick him, and he's a 77 hidden development. Casey Mayo looks like a force to be reckoned with on the field with an 87 speed off route. He will be an elite tight end once he gets that awareness and short route running up, and then he will just be a beast. He is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the red zone. He is going to be a red zone threat all the way. And the Jaguars just finished off a great first 2 picks in this draft. Paul Price goes next to the Rashawn Gay, another Auburn player. Taquan Nixon could have been like the number 1 tight end. There's only a 73 out of Colorado, but he's very promising as well. Bobby Morgan finds his new home, and Bryce Langley is off the board. I feel like it was a good move to go Tyrone Samuels there. It might have said they reached, but he's a generational tight end talent. John Blackman, the big body receiver out of Ohio State, is off the board. Andrew Moore off the board. DeAndre Dunn. The Julio Jones is. Wait, is he the fast guy? I feel like, but now he is going to find his new home for the Washington football team. And the 49ers are on the clock, and they draft a left tackle, Keldon Pressley. Devontae Whitaker. We're going to go through this whole first round and then kind of go to our picks. Ooh, Jeremy Fraser looks great for a late pick. And Jamie Norwood's off the board. Craig Grant, I don't want to say his last name. Let's go. Craig Phillips is off the board. Chris Benson's off the board. Gil Jones. Sidney Coates. Shaden Raymond. Alright, we're going to skip every pick like one by one. Billy DePofi goes off the board to the Bucks. That's for the last pick. Kareem Logan. Tracy Keys. Joshua Alexander is off the board. Dang it. He looks like a beast at the safety position. He's dead. Great. The Broncos are drafting great right now. They pick up Joshua Alexander. Ron Pitts off the board. CJ Bailey, another very promising player. Allen Jennings, the last of those big bunch of tight ends off the board. Lamar Means. Niles Hargrove. And then a lot of safeties are going off the board. Chuck Whitfield is off the board. And now The Jaguars are on the clock once again. Oh no. Do I do it? Oh god. Marco Elmore. Jarrell Johnson looks like a beast one stopper, but we picked a middle linebacker and a tight end. Of course, there's like no quarterbacks. So. Tyree Stamper is still on the board, but I don't think that that's their main need. They could address something other way. Monty Newhouse, a big physical threat. He'd be a fun gadget player for us. Let's keep looking. We could always adjust the O-line, but... And there's a lot of late round DMs, so we could definitely chill out on those. Brett Bowie looks just as good in a later round. And I think we could get him next round, I feel like. So, dude, I think the Jaguars got their pick. So, the Jaguars are going to take the receiver out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 229, 22, a physical receiver who is going to be a 70 overall, normal development, but his stats, he's going to be a raw talent in this league for a while. And I'm very happy with this pick. I'm surprised that he looks like a good receiver who could just go up and grab it. We're building a basketball team out here with these last couple picks. And we're just going to start skipping to my pick. And Glenn Hatchett goes off right before us. I gotta go to them left D tackles. Oh, God. Brett Bowie. This is why we were investing in Brett Bowie. We could have drafted that other guy, but Brett Bowie looks very promising. Power rusher out of Tulane, 306, 262, and the Jaguars select Brett Bowie. He's a hidden development. Let's take a look at this man's stats. He looks like he's gonna be a great run stopper off rip, and he'll be able to rush that passer. He's a very good player. The Jaguars are drafting very well this year. The Jaguars have 2 picks in the 4th round. I think this is also from the Jalen Ramsey trade. But let's go to this draft board. I don't know what to draft here. There's so much good 7th round players I got. Like, I could really beef up this O-line, but I think with this pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to go with Braden Davenport, a 6'3" corner, and he's just going to be a good-sized corner who could just play that ball very good. He's a great end of the press, good zone player. Like, he has very promising stats off rip, and the Jaguars are going to go with Braden Davenport out of Central Michigan, and he has a hidden development as well. He has a 60. He's a 67, but there's some things he could work on, just his tackling and his awareness with man coverage, and then he's on, and obviously zone. But like, he has a good press. He's going to be a good boundary corner in this league. He'll be a good day 1 corner as well. Now we might have to dig into our bag a little with these next couple picks. Whew. I'm gonna go to this draft board, and when I say I see a steal in this pick, a 6'6", 219 or 91, Chris Eason is projected to go to the 7th round, but he has a talent of a mid-4th. He's the best stats out of anybody here. I think the Jaguars are going to go with Chris Eason, as Chris Eason is from Miami, and he rises from this draft, and the Jaguars pick him, and he's another hidden development. Chris Eason looks very good. He's going to be a good pass rusher off the rip, and just very little things we have to work on to get him to be one of the best in this league. Good thing we're getting these hidden developments, because now Jaguars are going to pick next in the 4th round. Or 5th round. Sorry, guys. Let's see who is still on this board. Let's get deep in this bag once again. I think Victor Ballard might be the guy off the board. Elusive back out of Florida A&M. The Jaguars, they let go Chris Thompson. They kind of need someone that could catch out the backfield, and I think this guy could do just that. He's a fast running back, and I think the Jaguars are going to go with Victor Ballard, 66, normal development out of Florida A&M. We're not going to ask for him to start right away, but what's his catching? His catching's already a 74. I'll take that. He's going to be a good player just to, you know, put in whenever James Robinson's a little tired or something, but I say that these Jaguars start addressing that O-line, because soon it's going to have to be addressed, so why not get some people that could be like stopgaps in this league? And of course that lineman gets taken. And we're going to just go to our scouted. All of the guys that are green in this later rounds. Do we just get another end and maybe just test them out? Do we go with Aaron Dobson out of California? Let's evaluate all these guys. Let's go back to our draft board. They almost have identical stats. Do we go with the size, the height? Like Aaron Dobson, I think, will be the pick here. Aaron Dobson's chosen, and he's a 65 normal development. He is a speed rusher who already has 77 speed. Not bad. And the Jaguars are heading to their 7th pick in the draft. And who will they go for? It's to be decided. Do they just pick a fullback? And the Jaguars are just going to pick a fullback. I know it's not the funnest, but a 70 overall. The Chiefs, 77 lead block. It will be good to have a fullback in front of James Robinson blocking for him in this next year. And that's going to be it for the Jaguars in the 2021 NFL draft. I think they drafted very well. They filled some major holes on this team. They even got a little extra people, so Casey Mayo and Tyrone Samuels were the first couple picks, and they were great. I'm happy about Braden Davenport. I think he's going to be... Why don't we, drip out these players a little, And Braden Davenport, we gotta... And we're gonna just put a speed flex on him, obviously. Like, who doesn't wear the speed flex these days? And this is like the classic drip for a cornerback ever since the... Alright. It's a work in progress. I'm excited for Braden Davenport on this team. I think he's going to be a great press corner, good in man-to-man scenarios, but also just great in just zone too. He could drop back and cover. He's a great IQ player. He's going to be looking fresh. Alright, we got to change the cleats. I'm sorry. Alright. And I'm excited about Braden Davenport. I'm going to give a little description on everybody why, I'm just changing the outfit, but Casey Mayo, he was the Heisman winner as a linebacker, which is very rare. There's not much he needs to work on. We're going to definitely work on just his pass coverage, but he's going to be a very fun player to use. He has great sideline-to-sideline speed to chase people down. And I'm excited about him because he's going to just be a force to be reckoned with on the field. I don't know. And we're just going to keep everybody else as it is. And we're going to switch back to a 4-3 because our team personnel does not fit anything else, a 3-4, because As of right now, the crazy thing is Gardner Minshew's still our quarterback. And that's the wild thing, but we're going to get a new house a lot of time in this first year. Bowie, Eason. Bowie's going to get some of the most time on this roster, right behind Sheldon Rankins, but it's alright because we're changing our scheme because we're not a 3-4 defense. We're 4-3. We could definitely just be a base 4-3 that works way better. We have one player that doesn't fit that, and it's just I think he's a speed rusher, so he could live with it. And now our defense, this looks a lot better. Casey Mayo, if he ever gets put down in the rotation, I'm going to be pissed. Alright, I have an idea. That we have Daniel Thomas on our team, right? Yeah, Daniel Thomas is a young player that could get a little more development, but our corner that we just drafted isn't even like on the depth chart right now. What if we move him and just develop him at safety for like a little bit? Is he playing? He's gonna play strong safety, I guess. And we are gonna play a lot of cover 4, probably cover 6 even, because we want to have everybody back deep and just let's see, because he's way down here. We want to keep this guy around. We want to get his dev trait, and we're gonna just put him at strong safety for a little and see what happens with that, because I think that would be worth it to kind of get his developing a little more. I know he's only a 64, but it will get his, like, just his zone. It'll be easy to get his zone up. And just everything, he'll be able to just develop like a beast when he's there. This defense is going to have a lot of rusty tackle. Brett Bowe. Sheldon Rankins is going to be number 2 for that. Sub linebacker, Miles Jack, then Casey Mayo. Slot corner, we got to just let Sidney Jones, who's like one of the best corners right now. Just keep playing that. With Caleb on Chase on, he can play that. Rush left end, obviously. Slot, I kind of want to get Monty Newhouse in there, but just for now. But then obviously James Robinson, third down back. But Victor Bullard's going to get the third down carries. And strong safety, we're going to just start Braden Davenport. Nobody's going to mess with his role in this team. Tight end, I want to make sure that Tyron Samuels is getting most of the reps. I think he will be. I'm excited about this team, guys, and we'll probably be seeing game 1 very soon. If not, we might upload twice in a day. I'm very excited to play this series. Like, I some of the other videos, like, I'm just gonna be honest, like, sometimes I'm like, but I'm gonna make a video right here, but I'm like actually wanting to play this series a lot, so thank you guys for supporting this series, and I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about our top picks. We got Tyrone Samuels. Looks just like a beast. And yes, thank you guys for watching. And you guys, we're gonna have our first season game of our new season. Basically, our first season controlling the team because we did nothing. And just thank you guys for watching. And I hope you enjoy. I'll see you guys next time.